Sejam bem-vindos, nobres aventureiros, eu sou o Pirata!
Bem-vindos a mais um Sarjeta Arcana, eu sou o Ramon! E hoje nós estamos aqui com...
Greg!
Yes! Hello Greg, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
First time in Brazil?
First time in Brazil.
How was your flight, Greg?
My flight was great.
The flight attendants were pretty enough for you?
The flight attendants were very pretty, but I don't think they understood anything I was saying.
Do you understand any word in Portuguese? Have you ever spoken anything in Portuguese before?
I've been learning obrigado, and I say that no matter what somebody says to me.
So you have to be careful about that, yeah?
Obrigado.
There's some other words that you must know just to get girls, like você é bonita. Do you know that?
No, I will try and say it though.
Você é bonita.
Você é bonita?
It means you're beautiful.
Okay.
You're beautiful. And then there's...
Thank you.
And there's another word that everybody knows how to say. It's caipirinha.
I learned that one last night a little too well. Caipirinha.
Have you had some caipirinha?
I did. It was very good.
So, okay, can you tell us about who are you and what do you do?
My name is Greg Bilsland. I'm a producer for R&D at Wizards of the Coast, and I work on Dungeons & Dragons. What I do as a producer means I'm kind of a product manager. I manage our projects, our schedules. I make sure that when we have a product vision, that we deliver on that vision to fans, and that we communicate with them about what we're doing and what they want us to do.
All right. So how long have you been developing and helping Dungeons & Dragons Next?
I've been at Wizards of the Coast for 6 years. I started as an editor, and then in the last 2 years I've been a producer on D&D Next. So I sort of have been overseeing a lot of the team's schedules and making sure that they're on track for our delivery of the products.
Do you have any advice for the young boys who want to build a character like a pirate or something like me or something on the game?
I would say that you're sort of a roguish character, so you probably want to roll up a high dexterity, high charisma character, get a rapier for a little bit of swashbuckling.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we used to play the 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And us, as old players, we didn't like the 4th edition that much because we think that it looks like a video game. We were used to the armor class and stuff, and in the 4th division, it disappeared. Is there any major difference from the 4th edition to the next?
So our approach with D&D Next has been to look at all of the past editions and figure out what was important to players and what was iconic to players, like armor class and like the ability scores. And so we started with a very simple core system that actually looked a lot like original D&D, and then we looked at all the other editions like 3.5 and 4th edition and 2nd edition to see what we could bring from those editions that people really valued. Some things didn't make it in, like THAC0 from 2nd edition, but some things like ability scores and spell casting might come from 3rd edition, or from 4th edition. We've taken some of the ideas about initiative and how the math of the game is calculated. And so oftentimes when people ask about what is there from 4th edition, for example, we say that we've taken a lot of the principles of balancing the game and making something so that you don't have vast power fluctuations between characters like you often saw at higher level in 3rd edition.
All right.
Like for the guys who never played, like what do you have to say, like to get these new players? Well, what's the best part on your vision of the role-playing game?
I think it goes back to this idea of a very simple core system, that if you really want to just run a sort of, we call it a theater of the mind game, no battle grids, just all role-playing, you can do that. But we also are bringing in this idea of modularity, which is that we can have different aspects of the game that a dungeon master can plug into his game to bring, if you want the warfare, or you want tactical combat, or you want a game that's more like 4th edition or 3rd edition, there are ways to adapt your game to doing that. But it all starts with a very simple core system that goes back to the ability scores and making saving throws and armor class and having simple attacks and the core classes that are iconic to D&D.
All right. I have a question about the role-playing scenario. Because here in Brazil, we have a kind of scenario that role-playing is a geek thing. Everybody knows it. But what about United States? A lot of people play. What's the vision? What kind of vision people have of role-playing there?
And certainly in the United States, the geek culture has really been embraced in the past 10 years. Conventions have done a lot of that, and so I'm very excited to see here at WorldRPGFest that you're building that community to help foster a geeky community. But for actual role-playing games, we relied a lot on conventions to build those communities. We relied on in-store play programs like D&D Encounters to help provide an introduction to Dungeons and Dragons for people, so that somebody can just drop into the store and learn to play, removing those barriers of entry, so that you don't have to read a 360-page rule book to try to learn to play. You can find somebody to teach you to play, or you can go to YouTube and learn to play. So that's how we're really trying to reach more people.
The thing is, I'm a pirate, and I like to do everything in my life drunk. So the thing is, the more drunk you get, the more fun you have in every part of this game too, or no?
So if you're drunk, are you going to have fun in this game? Is that what?
Yeah. But the more drunk you got, the more fun you have, or no?
Oh, I think that D&D is always fun.
All right.
If you're a little bit tipsy, so
we don't need that kind of stuff.
My players will actually try to keep me away from the wine glass.
All right.
Because they've had some bad experiences.
Are you a dungeon master or are you a player?
I almost always dungeon master. I do enjoy playing once in a while just to see what it is being like on the other side of the meat grinder, but I prefer to deal out the abuse.
All right.
Because that's not water. This is rum.
Oh, yeah.
White rum, straight from. Like, cheers.
Cheers.
So, I don't remember the question again.
It's about the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, that's about the Forgotten Realms.
How it interacts with D&D Next.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're doing in the next year is this big campaign called the Sundering. And the Sundering deals with is one of the first opportunities that players are having to really control the future of the realms, and a lot of that is going to be through their play experiences in D&D Next. We have the D&D Encounters program in which players can play through adventures like Murder in Baldur's Gate and Legacy of the Crystal Shard, and at the end we're going to be taking their results from both those D&D Next games as well as 4th edition and 3rd edition games of those adventures, because you can play it in any one edition that you want, and integrating those results into our efforts to build stories in the realms, so fans actually have a say in the direction it goes. And then as we continue to develop Next, the realms is going to be a really important part of that. We see the realms as one of our core parts of the play experience, that people are passionate about the characters there, like Drizzt and Elminster, and we want to see those continue to develop.
So the people, like my friends, were really excited because on the website you release some little texts about things that you're doing for D&D Next. Sometimes you release text about feats or magics or monsters. The question that everybody wants to know: when is it coming out? We want to play.
I can give you the same answer that I would give to most people, which is the game will come out when it's ready.
Yeah, sure.
But with the playtest process, it's been going very well, and we're very happy with where that process has gotten us. So we'll be concluding that process very soon and going to a period of internal development and working then toward a release date based on where we feel the game is at that time when we close the playtest and where it needs to be when it's finally complete.
So about the playtest, people can download the playtest rulebook and play it and give a feedback to you, isn't it?
That's correct. At dndnext.com you can sign up, and then you receive periodic surveys that let you respond.
All right. Now, Greg, we have a little game.
Okay.
We're going to roll a d4.
Okay.
Yep, and depending on the number you take, there's a situation here that you have to confront with.
All right.
It's a nice situation.
All right. So it's not going to be like 2, oh, we light you on fire.
No.
No.
Yourself out.
Okay.
All right.
2. So It's good. Okay, so please bring me the fire.
The flamethrower. Where's the flamethrower?
Here's the situation. Okay.
Is this in Portuguese or in English?
This is in Portuguese. But I'm going to translate to you.
All right.
All right. Imagine now I'm the dungeon master, right? And you're the player. Okay, level 1 player, and you're in the tavern, and you don't have money to pay for everything you ate. Yes, you ate a lot, and you don't have any money with you, any gold. Okay, and the owner of this tavern is a really strong guy, and you look at him, you know that he's going to crush you with just a punch.
Destroy you.
Yes, but his daughter is here to help you. She says,
Is she
okay.
beautiful?
Wait. She says, I can help you, baby, if you come with me and do me a little favor.
Just a little.
Yes. But she's as beautiful as this guy.
Oh my God.
I was just saying earlier how beautiful he was.
Yeah. She's really, really fat with just an eyebrow and one teeth in her mouth.
That's good because she can open the bottles
Yeah.
with the teeth.
Yeah.
That's a very helpful
What
woman.
do you do?
Well, they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I make a run for it.
You go for her?
No, I make a run. I run
You run.
out of there.
But if you were with a team, you don't go get that for the team?
I just dive out the window. I crash.
All right.
And if I have knocked myself unconscious, then I don't have to be awake for the beating that I'm gonna take.
We have a groupie here.
A groupie.
A groupie. Yes.
Crazy groupie.
Yeah, do you want to ask something, groupie?
She's very beautiful. Look, the long hair.
Yeah.
The long hair. And
Hello, Greg.
How are you doing, Greg? I'm Eder from ArcanoCast, and we made a playtest, the first package of that we launched, and I've seen at the internet that the number of people that are commenting about it have dropped a little bit. Could you say something about it for us? And please tell us the truth. Yeah. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah. So we have had people continuing to sign up, and that number has flattened out about in December. We had a very big spike at the very beginning, to where we have over 150,000 people now signed up for the playtest. As for active participants, it changes and it fluctuates because we know that some people are coming in and some people are going out of the process. But the current active count is well over 100,000 people participating. So even if people are not commenting online, we actually take that as kind of a good sign. It means that when people are commenting online, it's usually negative.
All right.
If they're not saying things, silence in this case can be a good thing. And we still get a lot of results from our surveys.
All right. If you're pissed, you're going to complain. If you're okay, just okay,
you don't say
you're going to not send a message.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any message for people who want to play with Dungeons and Dragons next, do the playtest, just for us to wrap this up?
As we continue to evolve the game, we're going to be releasing more playtest packets. We've got one coming very soon, and I think it's one of the best ones that we've had yet. So if you're not involved now, it's a good time to get started, and we hope that you give us your feedback so we can make the best version of Dungeons and Dragons that ever existed.
All right.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Thank you.